Zach, your show. Take it away, sir.
All right, Chiliz, CHZ. Why is this thing moving, and why could it be in store for a really bullish November? So, actually, just made a YouTube short. I included Chiliz, Crowcoin, and Algorand all in the same short. Why? Because we've got the World Cup coming up later this month in November, which that will roll into December. Of course, this is a massive event that's watched by the masses across the entire world. Outside the U.S., soccer is by far and at large the most popular sport in the world, right? So why are all these tokens mixed in here? Because Crow is the official sponsor of the event. Algorand's the official blockchain sponsor. Chiliz is not a sponsor, but it's tied into all of these fan tokens. So a lot of these Premier League teams and soccer teams have what's called a fan token in their ecosystem. This is an entire sector of the market that kind of gets overlooked right now. There's no bigger player than Chiliz in this space. They really don't have any competitors yet. And I think that's why they're already a top 40 crypto. Raul Paul has talked a lot about Chiliz in the past, and that really put it on my radar because he's a smart guy and I want to listen to what he has to say. Right. So go ahead.
Okay. So I kind of know what these are, and I haven't really paid attention as much as you. So what at the end of the day, what is Chiliz? What does it do? And why should I care?
In order to get into these various fan tokens and how Raul sees it as all of these sports teams around the world, regardless, soccer, baseball, football, basketball, doesn't matter. They're all going to have a token.
Okay.
And you're going to utilize this token in order to get rewards, to use for merchandise, all different sorts of insider access, right? Like a loyalty rewards program, like Starbucks is doing and integrating with Polygon. This same kind of concept could be done in the sports world for every single franchise in every single league. And Socio's platform allows this to be possible. So in order to get into these particular fan tokens, you have to go through Socios, which is the platform, and the native token of that platform is Chiliz. So you need Chiliz to get into these fan tokens. So it's kind of the bridge into creating one of these fan tokens for your team. It's really, really fascinating. I'm still diving deep into it, but Chiliz has been on a nice run. It was up 6 or 7% today. Today's November 3rd. You might be watching this at a different time. But Chiliz right now has been really outpacing the overall market, and I think a lot of it is on the heels of this World Cup right now. And I think it continue to rally in November. This is one I talked about briefly in 2021 too, because here's the thing, man. I think it's an untapped market right now when it comes to Web3. It's the sports industry. It's the sports world.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking billions and trillions of dollars.
Trillions.
I mean, trillions of dollars when you look at every sports league across the world, right? Massive. And there's no competition yet. There will be. But right now, Chiliz got there first. They're a top 40 already. We're not even scratching the surface with how big this could be.
I can see why because, if you look at something like this, you go, I'm definitely a glass half full guy. But when I look at something like this, I go, what's wrong with this? And what I mean by that, as an example, let's say if they were a roadblock to the team itself making money off of this, then the teams wouldn't want to be involved. But no, the way that they've architected it is that it is and or will become, number one, a revenue stream, but really more importantly, it's a loyalty stream. It's a loyalty stream, right? You mentioned, they're setting up these different scenarios where, like, for the Green Bay Packers, if they, when they're going to do it, if I'm a rabid Green Bay fan, which we know that there are a few of those guys and gals around, then it's another way for you to interact with the team, get loyalty points, rewards points, things of that nature, right?
So there's a link I just dropped you in the private chat. If you want to pull this up, this is fascinating. So they've got this concept. If you scroll down on that main page a little bit, engage to earn, right? So we hear of play to earn and these similar models, right, in gaming. What about an engage to earn, move to earn? We've seen that too, right, with some of the Step-in app and things like that. What about an engage to earn? The more you engage with your fan base, right, you can earn crypto. So if you scroll on down a little bit, this kind of goes over on a high level what they're doing.
Right here.
There you go. Yeah.
The more you're active on the app, the higher your chance to win amazing prizes for NBA. Yeah, exactly. And this
could be big.
I agree with you completely. But is it mostly like right now in Europe and kind of in the soccer world? Because has it really have they made a foray into like baseball, American baseball, et cetera yet? Or
It's really started with soccer, but there are companies that have, or NBA teams that have already partnered up.
Oh,
So
yeah,
there you go. There's a
Boston
couple.
Celtics.
Yep.
Yeah, right here. UFC. Yeah, I do remember the UFC now. Yep, I
My
remember that.
Cavs team, my
Cavs.
Cavs team out of Cleveland. So, but yeah, there's a lot of MLS teams and Premier League teams that have already partnered with Chiliz. And again, it's very, very early. Not a lot of people are talking about it yet, and I think it deserves some attention, especially now with the World Cup happening this month. Be on the lookout because this thing could rally.
Here you go, right here.
Yeah.
So here you go, football. These are the football per Socios website.
Partners. Yeah.
So these are the partners, and I did not know this. I mean, I'm going to tell you straight up. So that's interesting. You know, it's interesting, Zach, how not every single football team is here, right? And it's an individual team scenario. You know, so you've got some good ones here. Obviously, basketball, and again, not every basketball team is here.
Yep.
You know, you still got adoption. My Mavs are not here. The Dallas Mavs, are they? I don't see them. No,
they're not. There's only a lot of them are there, but you're right. There are a few that are not.
Like ice hockey, again, the Dallas, because I live in Dallas, I'm just looking for those guys. But you know, fighting, we know that. Soccer, yeah, and I'll plead the fifth. I don't know much about, you know, soccer, but I'd be willing to bet that are these the majority of soccer teams out there? I'm sure
in the MLS, that's pretty close to all of them. I'm right there with you too. It's not my expertise. I'm more of an NBA football.
Yeah, international.
Yeah, look at the international clubs.
Interesting.
So again, all of these fan tokens are built on the Socios platform, and you need CHZ.
Yep.
Right? So it's a built-in reason why CHZ, it's kind of like the ecosystem token, if you will, right? And then you can have an individual token within your team. So it's something to watch. It's just getting started. It's already a top 40 crypto, right? Already over $1 billion market cap. It's just not a lot of people.
It's definitely a sleeper, Zach. I mean, you've brought it up to me a couple of times. I am aware of Chiliz. It'll pop up and move every now and then. It'll pop up in the top, you know, top mover in the top 100. And I think that it's one that most people don't really understand what they do, because you have Socios and then you have Chiliz, you know, and so, but I agree 1,000,000%. I think that as crypto evolves, but really more so as these, it's going to, it hasn't hit mainstream yet. That's really what it comes down to, right? It just
and that's why I think it's so bullish too, Austin, right? It hasn't hit mainstream yet. It's going to evolve to be so much bigger than this, yet it's ranked number 39 right now out of the top 100 and already over $1 billion market cap. So
there you go. Well, check them out. Chiliz, check them out. It's one to watch. All right. So if you're interested in Clear and getting involved with them, links in the description below. Check them out. Check out their YouTube channel. Obviously, you're here on their YouTube channel, but a lot of great content. But ultimately, they want to help you navigate crypto better. And so learn more down in the links below. See you.